Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Front lit.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Oh, yo. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligans. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. I'm like, I know today. My bad. And the worst part about that, today commented that about an hour ago. So even after an hour after she said you late, I still didn't even spark up. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I opened this up. I did the banner, everything like that. The ticker. Speaking of, we're gonna play it right now. I was putting together the ticker. I was listening to Tony Snow's new album, and then I uploaded. Well, it was like the Aces played last night when I fell asleep, so I uploaded all the press conferences, and now we're here an hour later. So please forgive me for my tardiness. But yeah, the moment you all are waiting for, the 2025 WNBA playoffs are set. We now know the teams and the seedings and the seeding of the teams and the seeding of the teams and the teams and all of the things of the above. Are you ready? It's time for warfare. It's time for battles of the galactic galaxy and things of that nature. Where who's got the bracket? I'm gonna go on Twitter and just go on the bracket instead of looking at the standings and do it like that. All right, that's cool with you guys. Okay, that's cool with me as well. Let's do it, brother or sister or non-gendered defining person. All right. Oh, here he is. It's right here. All right, y'all ready? Let's do it. Hold on. How we gonna do this? Might as well set it up like this. That ain't it. Hold on, give me a second. All right. Let me see if I can do it like this. All right, bet. Okay. The official bracket, baby. Basketball is back, baby. Playoff basketball, end of the season. All right. First things first, congratulations to the Golden State Valkyries once again for making the playoffs. Clap it up. I got Minnesota in the sweep. It's best of 3. Minnesota sweeping 2-0. Okay, next matchup. Phoenix and New York. Oh my goodness. What a first round matchup. Both of these teams deserve to definitely be past the semifinals. However, that's not the way that the W works. There's only 8 teams. So we got an elite matchup in the first round. Phoenix is really good. New York is really good. Me personally, I just cannot see New York giving off the crown that easily. I can't see New York give up the crown that easily. I still have New York winning in 3 games. Today said what she said. We will get to that. Okay. Vegas and Seattle. Shout out to Seattle. Great season. However, I thought it would have been better for Seattle to see Minnesota in the first round. They've been talking trash. Scholar did the cha-cha slide, everything like that. Courtney Williams' dad clapped back. However, she ain't gonna get the cha-cha slide against Asia Wilson. Them jokers won 16 games in a row. What the heck? Huh? Asia Wilson on a different level. She locked in for another ring, She said, what y'all say? But y'all said we fell off. I think we spoiled a lot of y'all with our greatness. What Asia Wilson say? Hold on. Asia Wilson said, I think we spoiled a lot of y'all with our greatness. Y'all just don't understand. What we were doing wasn't realistic. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Then we're gonna go back. She said, we spoiled a lot of y'all with our greatness. Everybody said they were done. They were this. They were the Aces aren't that good anymore. Someone said that the other night. They've won 16 games in a row. How can you not be that good? You won 16 games in a row. Hold on. We're gonna pull up. Give me a sec. Goodness gracious. This was a long time ago when she said this. That's when they were losing. That's how long ago it was. But this was the same season. It's a long season. When people say it's a long season, believe them. When people say it's a long season, Believe them. All right. Here we go.
A lot of people with our greatness, with our legendary basketball styles. We see people are running our stuff. And so we spoiled our fan base. We spoiled a lot of people with that. And now they expect that out of us every single game. And it's hard. People have their building years. People have their championship years. Everyone has that type of year. And I think we're in unfamiliar territory, but we're about to get real familiar with being uncomfortable and leaning on one another. And that's what we're going to continue to do.
How long is it acceptable in your mind? It's probably not, but that you can say, we have pretty much a brand new group that's learning you, Jackie, Chels, Kia, to blend that chemistry. How long does that, I don't want to use the word excuse, but how long does that last?
It's not. We've already exhausted it. That was game 2 to me. Now it's just making the right basketball decisions and understanding how teams are guarding us is different. So that excuse went out the window to me, game 2. Now it's just on each and every last one of us from top to bottom, especially myself, to make sure that we're geared up and ready to play 40 minutes. And I don't know what that's going to take. I think it's going to take for us to continue to get our ass beat, for us to wake up. And it's going to click. And when it does, that's when you're going to see Aces basketball. But right now, we're just going to continue to get our ass beat until we man up. And that's what it's going to take.
Hey, Rashad.
We spoiled a lot of people with our.
It must have clicked for the Las Vegas Aces. Them jokers not ended the season winning 16 games in a row. What in the world? Them some, like, I feel like you got to be competitive to go for that. Anyways, I got them sweeping. I don't see Seattle even winning the game. You could put that on wax. Skylar Diggins, I know you love to talk trash. You can call me. And the people on YouTube, whatever subliminal you want to do, you got it. You have it. If y'all can win a game against the Aces, you got it. You can talk all the smack you want. I think they about to sweep y'all, get y'all out of here real quick. Real quick. Y'all been doing a lot of talking this year. They about to get you right on out of here with a broom. Okay, Atlanta Dream and Indiana Fever. Not going to lie, this is a sweep. This is another sweep. No Caitlin Clark, that's a sweep. Atlanta locked in. I'm not going to lie to you. Atlanta coming into the season, they had one of the best teams on paper when they brought in Bree Jones and Brittany Griner to go along with they already had Leash. Nas Hillman took that extra step. That was the difference between the team this year and last year, in addition to signing those 2 all-star front court players and things of that sort. And then Jordan Canada was healthy. She was healthy for a longer period of time. And it really comes down to health. A lot of this stuff is really simple. And Ryan Howard also was really healthy for a large part of the season. All of those things combined, and Pow being one of the best rookies, it is what it is. So, they did what they did. And now, you know what I'm saying? 30 wins is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I saw 30 wins, but I did see Atlanta being a top 4 seed this year. I did see Atlanta being a top 4 seed because Bree Jones and Brittany Griner, those signings were too good. So I pretty much saw everything with the Dream except for Pow being as good as she was, like immediately out the gate, getting playing time and being one of the better rookies in the league. I didn't see that coming. But everything else with the Dream, I pretty much saw coming. And, it's just sometimes they get up, sometimes they don't. That concerns me, that inconsistency of like motivation to play well in a big and important situations. However, just with no Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, they're sweeping them first round. And we've had the top defense the second half of the season. When you have anchors like they have down low, and then Ryan, when your best player is your best defender on the wing, that's a huge thing because that's how you win championships. Yeah, defense wins championships. That's a huge thing when your best player on the wing is your best defender, because it sets a precedent for everybody else. It's like what Fo be saying about the Hawk. We're going to keep it in Atlanta, right? If Trey play defense, the rest of the team going to play defense because he's the leader. And when he died for the ball, that make you want to die for the ball. Everything like that, right? Same thing over here. Ryan Howard's the best defender on the wing. It gets the rest of the team up to want to play defense and everything like that, and that turns into easy offense, et cetera, et cetera. So, they're going to sweep the Indiana Fever in the first round. That's what I think. I don't see Indiana winning the game in Atlanta. I don't. Trey plays on defense. Trey be diving. Trey be diving for the ball. He be giving effort sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Trey be playing defense sometimes, bro. For sure. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, second round. Minnesota versus New York. We got a finals rematch in a second round in the semifinals. Okay. This is gonna be a tough one. What is this? This best of 5? Yeah, it's best of 5. This is definitely going 5, in my opinion. I think it's gonna go 5, but I got Minnesota winning. SSB was Hannon twin. But I got Minnesota winning in 5 against they found a suspect. They found them? Okay. All right. We're gonna get to that in a second. I gotta finish up WNBA playoffs. We're gonna get to that next. That's crazy. They found him though. I look. I told you he wasn't gonna make it to Sunday. I told you he wasn't gonna make it to Sunday. There's a press conference about it right now. I said Charlie Kirk is white and he cool with Donald Trump. He's not making it to Sunday, bro. And it's Friday morning. I told you it was no chance. Anyways, Minnesota, New York. I got Minnesota winning in 5 games. Okay, so Minnesota, you are now in the WNBA finals. Congratulations. All right, Vegas versus Atlanta today. You know, I love my city. Y'all know I love my city, right? Y'all know I love the Atlanta Dream, right? And when I say I love the Atlanta Dream, I don't mean like on like the fan type beat or whatever. I mean on the basis of the Atlanta Dream treat me well. They've treated me well when I was at my old job at a major outlet. They treated me well when I left my old job and I came back to cover the Atlanta Dream as an independent outlet. They send emails. They invite me out to events and games. They sent stuff and thank you notes and everything of coverage. The Atlanta Dream organization, the president, the whole front office, GM, ownership, they are all cool people. They all talk to me, everything like that. Never, there are no borders up with this current, I want to say administration, but with this current regime of Atlanta Dream basketball. They have had a sensational season. Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces have won 16 games in a row. Asia Wilson, when the Atlanta Dream and the Aces were going back and forth at it, right? In Atlanta a couple weeks ago, the third quarter happened. And in the third quarter, there was some separation there. Asia Wilson showed why she is considered the best player in the world. Why she's in a conversation with Fee 1-2 for the MVP once again. Asia Wilson showed that she's on a different level. It's very difficult for me to see anybody beating the Las Vegas Aces right now. I'm not even going to lie to you. They won 16 games in a row. Beat Atlanta at least twice. Once in Vegas, it was a blowout. Another time in Atlanta, it was a comeback. Second half, domination, clear separation in the second half. Tell it 2 halves. That being said, with Aces also having a home court advantage, I see Atlanta getting at least 1 game in Vegas. Okay. So that gives you a game in Atlanta. I see Atlanta potentially getting a game in Atlanta. That's 2 games. I see it going to 5. I see Vegas winning in 5. If Atlanta wins game 5 in Vegas, I can also see that. I'm not even going to lie to you. Why? It's not a logical reason. Atlanta just wins. Atlanta teams, they just win when you don't expect them to win. Like when the Hawks won game 7 in Philly, did not see that coming. Like it was like just random. They just toughened up and had the best game of their lives. Kevin Huerter played out of his mind, had the best game of his life. I see the Atlanta Dream. I see Ryan Howard in particular just going crazy in game 5. BG having a great game. Jordan Kennedy, everybody playing their best game and winning game 5 on the road against Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces. I see that as a possibility. However, the most realistic scenario, the most odds-on scenario I see are the Aces winning in 5 in Vegas. If game 5 is in Vegas. I'm not sure with the travel schedule and stuff like that, but I would assume it's going to be 3-1-1. I would assume. Like, I don't know if you want a semifinal deciding game at the place of the lower seed in the semifinals. I don't think so. But I'll say that I see more than likely Aces winning in 5, but I wouldn't be shocked if Ryan Howard and the Dream play a perfect game in Game 5 on the road and then win and go to the WNBA Finals. Now we go to the Finals. If it's the Dream versus the Lynx, I got the Dream beating the Lynx. If it's the Lynx versus the Aces, we going to 7 games. And who I got winning? I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know how people be saying like, "I got these people winning." This is not an easy matchup. It's not an easy series. It's not supposed to be easy. It's the WNBA Finals. Aces versus Minnesota. Sometimes, like I said, it looks like nobody in the world can beat the Aces. They won 16 games in a row. A'ja Wilson's on another level. At the beginning of the season, it looked like nobody could beat the Lynx. But the Lynx, the losses they had, I feel like they've had some bad losses. Even though they barely lost at all, the losses they have had, they look very, very human. And the Aces have just kind of looked like human, but they look like the Kansas City Chiefs really at points of the year where, you know, they looked human, but they still found a way to win because they've been winning for so long. With that being said, I'm going to have to go. Drum roll, please. I'm going to go 6-7 games. I'm going to go with the Aces, bro. It's hard for me to pick against the Aces. In Minnesota, losing 2 finals in a row, it's a stinger, it's a heartbreaker, everything like that. A'ja Wilson's just different, bro. But they're so top heavy. If they get banged up again, like it was a couple years ago, remember a couple years ago when A'ja Wilson put the team on her back in New York and she won in New York and Kia Stokes was out and Chelsea Gray was out and Candace Parker was out and A'ja Wilson did her thing and Don Staley was courtside and stuff like that, yelling the whole time. I don't think A'ja Wilson will be able to do that this time. Because Minnesota's so stacked, bro. They go like 10 deep pause, you know what I'm saying? But they're pretty deep. So I say, like, if that's the case, if Vegas is banged up front, like say Jackie Young is banged up, Chelsea Gray banged up, you know, knock on wood, of course. And is Minnesota? I think Minnesota wins. If Vegas is still healthy, still rolling, I got Vegas winning. I don't think anybody could beat Vegas, bro. But that's who I have. That's who I have. The only team that has a chance of beating Vegas in the playoffs, fully healthy, are the Atlanta Dream. That's what I think. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. And yeah, man, let's get to it. Let's get to it. SSB.
Rashad, why you
anyways.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.